You know how much the tickets are for Harry Potter? You know, it's insane, absolutely insane. I'm going to be doing a bit of cop watching today. I've seen them already, and I want to show you them, right? Okay, in McDonald's, yeah, behind me, an enhanced police presence. Let me just tell you, like, what I do first thing in the morning to, like, find out, or to have a Sherlock Holmes style handle on what might be happening on a particular day, is that I check Reddit, United Kingdom subreddit, the news, and I see what is popular, what people are talking about in terms of the news. Then I go to Google News and I see what Google News is suggesting that I should read. And the disparity between them is where the key lays. I'm walking into where somebody's drilling, which is great. I'm going to come back here later to continue and talk about what on earth happened yesterday and why it's so weird. God. On Reddit they were saying that actually Labour are the ones, if you look at their graph, they are slashing how far they were behind by a massive margin. So the momentum is actually with Labour. So actually, maybe not, it's best not to be too quick to rule out a shock. You know, they do like shocks in the environment, don't they? They like war shocks, they like famine, they like all the destructive things, you know, riots, political unrest, civil unrest. They love that sort of thing. Chaos is much easier to produce than order, so they like producing chaos. But yeah, there's a little distance to Regent Street. I'll get a little bit closer and I'll tell you what happened yesterday. Who's that over there? There's police literally, oh God, the shakes. The police are everywhere. It used to be that the band, the police, used to hang around in Soho a lot. Now it's the Metropolitan Police. I don't know if you know that actually in the 60s and 70s, the Metropolitan Police wouldn't come into Soho. It was too much paperwork for them. There were too many crime bosses with too many mean, menacing people that could dispatch an unsuspecting police officer. Apparently I'm not supposed to be holding my phone out at the end of my arm like this, because what happened yesterday, and what Google News was really promoting me to know about this morning, was apparently a moped gang going around with two people on each moped, going around stealing people's mobile devices by the use of intimidation, holding hammers and stuff, hammers and bits of metal. And they were apparently going around Soho stealing people's devices. And then they went up to BBC Broadcasting House. Now, I spend a lot of time in Soho doing my job. I come here very, very regularly, or at least walk through it very, very regularly. And I can promise you that Soho is so close to everything else, but so nothing itself, that it's where the police, the armed police units in their vehicles generally are stood on standby. So literally everywhere you go, it's police like having their lunch, chilling out, waiting for the radio call, sitting in Soho, armed to the teeth. So for a street gang of moped riding, hammer wielding, jihadi looking terror gangs, like apparently happened yesterday, to do it in Soho is insanity or design. To go up to BBC Broadcasting House, where they're definitely going to be photographed and seen and videoed, almost seems like design than it does actual rational human behaviour. It really does remind me of Operation Gladio. Is that not what they were doing to Italy or whatever? There was a certain populist leader that was almost getting elected. So the response was from like NATO, undercover NATO or whatever, to hire violent criminal gangs to go out causing terror in the streets, and in order to sort of like mess with the public mind to try and stop a certain person being elected. No enhanced police protection up here. In fact, like a weird sort of car with a ribbon on it. Definitely enhanced security at the BBC. This guy here is looking for anything suspicious right now, probably bored as hell. He's not even looking at me, actually, he's looking at all the women. He's like checking out that woman. Big style. I think that's what security guards do, like, all the time. But yeah, no enhanced security up here. I guess I was wrong. I was hoping I'd see like a police officer with a gun or something with the BBC. It would really sum up that perfect sort of like military experiment thing that the BBC actually is. Instead, it's just sort of a gay scene of like people playing ping pong, and nobody presumably too terrified of like moped gangs.